Sandi with Little House on Metairie. Welcome to my home. If you are new, I just wanted to welcome you and say hi. And if you are coming back to visit my channel again, thank you so much. I am so excited to finally be kicking off my Fall Decorate With Me series. It was a long delay that I did not anticipate, but we had one last family vacation over the Labor Day holidays. I'll post some pictures, videos so that you can see. It was a wonderful trip with beautiful weather. We returned home. We had a few things we had to deal with as a family, and then we had a possible hurricane headed our way. We did dodge the bullet, but unfortunately there was a lot of other people that did not fare as well. So please keep them in your prayers and help in any way that you can if you hear of any outreach programs to do that. I just wanted to tell you guys why I had a delay in starting my Fall Decorate With Me series. We are going to start the series off by decorating here in the kitchen. In today's video, we're going to be doing a beautiful tablescape. I want to do like an orchard kind of theme. I've never decorated with apples before for fall, so I thought that would be really fun to do. But we'll see how far we get in the kitchen today. I want to redo our hutch and just add some pieces in there and decorate the rest of the kitchen. And then we'll probably do a part 2 where we're going to do our cocoa treat bar. I want to do it like a caramel apple theme, so I thought that'd be really fun to incorporate since we're going to be doing the apples this year here in the kitchen. I'm excited to get started. I want to take you guys along with me, so let's get to decorating. So I have 2 table runners. I'm not sure which one I want to use yet. There's this beautiful burnt orange one. These were both from Market Square at Hobby Lobby. They were $7.99, so a great price. The only issue with Market Square, as far as I know, they do not go on sale. So that's okay. I'm going to return the other one that we're not going to use today, and I'm hoping that we are in agreement with which one we decide looks best. I originally wanted a plaid table runner, but I couldn't find one to match the napkins, and the set that they had was a tablecloth, and I didn't really want that. So next we're going to add these beautiful placemats. These were from Hobby Lobby. I believe they were 6 or 8 to a pack, so they were very inexpensive. I think they were 8 because I remember using it as a place setting for this table, plus using them to build vignettes throughout my home last fall. So they may have been a pack of 8, and I do remember them being very inexpensive. So hopefully they still have some if you like these as much as I do. To each place setting, I'm adding these wooden chargers, and then I'm going to add some cream plates that I used for Easter this year. I think it's going to go really well for the table setting because it's got the brown ring around it. So I'm layering that next. And then I have some plates that I bought from Kirkland's. I had only gotten 4 last year. That's all they had. And when I went back this year to get 2 more, I bought the large, not realizing I had the medium. So I didn't know I had the mediums, so I brought them down. But that's okay. We're going to make it work. And then these are the beautiful napkins that I was telling you about. They were also from Hobby Lobby. It was 40% off, of course, for their fall right now. So I thought these would match really well with an apple orchard theme that I want to do. So that's why I didn't want to do a tablecloth. I just think it would have been too busy. So I am going to use these beautiful napkin rings that I bought from my friend's resale shop. She has the roundabout resale and consignment, and I love to shop there. She's always got such unique, beautiful pieces and such a variety of things. So if you're local, I definitely highly recommend going and check out her store if you ever get a chance to. So I want this table setting to be pretty casual. So I'm just doing the fan where you just take the napkin and you flip it over and then grab the center of it. Just make sure that the tag is not showing because you don't want that part to show when you fan it out the top. And then you just take the napkin ring and slide it up to, I go almost up to the center. Just slide it down like that, and then that's it. And then I just kind of fan it out. And again, you don't want the tag showing if you've never done this method before. I'm sure you have, but if you haven't, I just kind of wanted to show and explain what I was doing. So I may add back these green goblets. I had actually had them out for springtime, and I'm just going to see how I'm liking it. I want to kind of set the each setting so I can see which table runner that I want to go with. So that's what I'm doing right here. So I hope I'm not driving you crazy. So I like to do different place settings if I'm having trouble deciding on options like I am this table runner. And then I didn't know if I wanted to keep the Kirkland's plate and layer it on top of the cream one. And so I definitely decided to stick with the cream table runner. Hopefully you guys agree. And once I build the tablescape that I have in my head, Hopefully it'll come out like I'm hoping. I think it's going to be a lot going on with a lot of colors. So I think just keeping a neutral table runner is going to work best. So now that I made that decision, I'm going to go ahead and add each place setting. I did decide to also definitely add the Kirkland's plate on top. I like the warmth that it's bringing. Although I do like the cream on its own, I just think that I want a little bit more warmth, especially for fall. So now that I'm finishing the table settings, I just wanted to ask you guys, are you the ones who tuck the placemats underneath the table runner, or do you lay it on top? I've actually done both, depending on if I want my entire placemat to show. If it's a really pretty one, I'll layer it on top. And sometimes I just tuck it underneath, just depending on my mood and what the placemat looks like. So I'm just curious what you guys do. I know a lot of YouTubers, I've seen them do it both ways. I'm not sure if there's like a an etiquette way to do it or not. So these are the other plates that I'm going to mix with the ones from Kirkland's. I love the beautiful detail of the bird on them. It's actually raised above the plate. I've also bought these from Hobby Lobby. So I think they're going to look really well on the ends. So I'm going to add a napkin to each place setting to finish this up. And then we're going to add those green glasses that I definitely decided I wanted to put here just to bring in some green tones. And then we're going to create the cutest table centerpiece. And this was my inspiration. If you have visited my channel before, you might recognize this really cute wagon. I thrifted this about 2 years ago at an estate sale. I've used it in our living room and even our family room, but this year I decided to try it here in the kitchen for our orchard theme. So next I'm adding these, I think they're risers, these tree stump risers. Not sure exactly what they're called, but I'm placing one on each side of the wagon. So next I'm going to add these beautiful lights. They're actually branches with LED lights on them. And I got this idea from Liz. She has a channel called Traditions by the Season. I am sure you have heard of her. She is a popular YouTube decorator. She has such beautiful ideas. If you have not checked out her channel, I will link it in the description below. But she had these and she strung them across a ladder that she has hanging above one of her console tables. And then this year she added one on her console table in her dining room, I believe. I'm hoping I'm getting this right from my memory. I do watch a lot of YouTubers, but from what I recall, she had used it in those two different ways. And look how cute they blink and dim in and out. They do all these different functions by pressing the button. So I wanted to show you all the different ways you could use them. I'm just going to keep them on steady. I don't like it when they disco. I do like when they fade in and out occasionally, but right now I'm just going to keep them on steady. So I am going to just kind of vine this through. I want to kind of have it going up the wagon. So I'm going to take my time. I won't do it on camera because it'll probably take me too long, because they have the little swirly branches that you just kind of want to spread out and make it look as natural as possible. I loved how Liz did hers. She took her time, and I'm going to do the same. So before we finish creating the tablescape, I just wanted to show y'all how beautiful this is. I think even just having this would be enough, and just adding some pumpkins with some hay, but we're not done yet. I want this table centerpiece to be full and lush with tons of cozy layers and textures. So I'm adding those beautiful candle holders. I bought those from Hobby Lobby, and then I'm just going to tuck some picks here and there. I'm going to start off with these. I love the red berry colors in them, or like a dark, I guess they're like a dark maroon color, but it's going to bring in the red apple color to the table. And then I'm adding this cute little basket that I thrifted for my spring decor, and I'm just wanting to tuck it here. I want it just to kind of rest sideways like that. And then I'm going to try some baskets. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it here at the tablescape or on our treat bar this year, but so I'm going to try them and see if I like them. They're such a great price, and I love the colors and the warmth that they are going to add to the table. But again, I'm undecided if I'm going to leave them here or use them at my treat bar, which is where I originally intended to use it. So we'll see how it comes together. Next, I'm adding these beautiful LED battery operated candles that I bought from Hobby Lobby as well. So the only bad thing with these lights sometimes is the white part at the bottom shows. So I don't want that to show. I'm going to try to maybe just add this sunflower ring and see if I like that, and it'll hide the white part. So I'm not sure if this is going to be a failure or if I'm going to like it. So we'll kind of just play around and see if we like it. Hopefully you guys agree with all my decisions I'm making today. That's why I love YouTube so much. You guys give the greatest opinions and ideas, especially from other YouTubers as well. Get so many ideas. So that's what I love about this community. Of course, as long as they're necessary, you know, critiques and not just cruel, of course. But I love how everybody just is so unique and we do things in so many different ways. Even when we have the same things, we just use them differently, and I love that. So now I'm just going to continue to layer things like pine cones, pumpkins, and leaves, and even some more stems. Little packaging paper. They remind me of actual straws, so I'm going to stick those at the bottom of the wagon before we add the other pumpkins, pine cones, and apples. And so I'm not really feeling the sunflower, although it is going to be a little bit in my tablescape. I don't want it to be like a focal point, so I'm going to try just kind of putting some of this straw, mimic straw, around it, and the top of the candle right here, a candle holder, and just kind of scrunch it and see if it'll hide the white part, which I think it is. So hopefully it'll stay and be a good option. I decided to remove the baskets. I definitely wanted to use them at the treat bar anyway, so I think it's just too much going on. So I'm going to remove the baskets, and then we'll continue to make this beautiful tablescape. Bought these cute little apples and then a bag of acorns from our local pop shelf. Now for the star of the show, I'm adding some apples. I'll be adding fake ones as well as real on top. I arranged and rearranged several times until I was happy with how it turned out. But guys, I am obsessed. It's so beautiful, cozy, and warm, and I hope the camera is picking up how beautiful this turned out. So I love how it's looking, but we're not done yet. We're gonna do one really easy DIY. So I saw this on Pinterest when I looked up apple ideas, and they had the cutest little DIY where you just cut out the top of an apple and add a tea light, and I have tons of tea lights, so I thought we would give it a try. So basically, I just got a tea light that I'm going to use and then a marker and just trace the tea light with the marker. And then I'm going to come with, I think I'm just going to use like a steak knife because that's all I have. But you can use a paring knife. Someone even did a drill bit at the top where it created like a hole at the top. You just want it enough to where you can stick the tea light inside. So I'm just puncturing it all the way around. Just be careful not to cut yourselves, guys. And then I'm just getting a spoon and kind of scooping out the top portion where the tea light can hopefully slide in properly. So if you want better instructions on how to do this, head to Pinterest. They have lots of ideas on there. So this is working. The tea light fits. So what I'm going to do now is just get some lemon juice. If I had the kind to squeeze, I would put it inside, but I don't. So I'm just going to squeeze a lemon because, again, it's what I have already in my kitchen, just so that it won't turn brown as quickly. My husband even said we can even maybe try some wax inside. So that would be a good idea. You can probably even do this with fake apples. But again, I just already had this handy. So this is what I'm doing. But you could try it both ways. I think it would be cute with even some fake ones. As a finishing touch, I'm just layering them into the Tablescape, and I think this is precious. I can't wait to see what it looks like at night. I promise I'll give you guys an evening shot of the kitchen when it's all done. I'm finishing off the wagon by tucking one little mini scarecrow pick inside. So we have a lot to decorate here in this kitchen. It'll probably be, again, like I said, a two-part series because I think it's going to get rather long. But the next thing we're going to do is just attach this swag. I'm going to arch it around this large clock I have on the wall. So the wall, I want it to look like old and antique, so I don't mind putting staples inside of it. To me, it just adds to the character. But of course, if you have a nice wall or you want to mimic something like this, you would just use some command hooks and some wire to attach it. So I'm going to put it just kind of, like I said, arched around, and then we're going to come and dress it up a little bit more with some picks and some apples. Add a few faux apples to the arrangement. So I'm going to do that by sticking some skewer sticks inside the faux apple at the bottom, just twisting it. That way I can make a pick out of it and tuck them throughout the garland. Underneath the clock, I have this bench, and we have this plug-in that I like to cover up with whenever I can. I'm probably going to be using that pillow gather on my porch, but I wanted to try it here with the brown and white stripes, and then I'm adding this plaid yellow and white pillow that I bought from at home last year, and this really cute Hey Pumpkin one from Hobby Lobby. Although I do like the cute little front part, I am going to turn it around this year and just use the plaid side. And then I created this cute little basket vignette with some pumpkins and some apples. And then the last thing we're going to add to the bench is this adorable muted orange pumpkin. Next to the bench, we have this old wooden chair that was found in our attic when we moved in. So to that, I'm adding this beautiful lush blanket. This plaid one, it came from Hobby Lobby this year. And then I'm layering it with this beautiful brown textured pillow. And then we're going to keep... And then in front, I'm adding this really precious lumbar pillow that was also bought from Hobby Lobby. Above the chair on the wall, we have a beautiful hook that our late Pop gave us, so I treasure that. And I like to add things to it. So this year I have a basket. I'm going to go ahead and keep it up here for the warmth and the coziness. But I'm just adding a cute little sign that I bought from Hobby Lobby. They were 40% off, so I didn't want to pass it up with the little apples. So I'm attaching it just by adding some hot glue. And then we're going to put some stems and some apples inside the basket to dress it up. Decorate this wall rack. So I left out this basket that I had out for spring and I want to reuse it for fall. I just tucked an extra napkin from my Tablescape that I had left over inside of it, and then we're just going to beef it up at the bottom so that way the decor doesn't fall down, just by putting some paper and again that mimicking straw look, before adding some pumpkins and apples. Next to the basket, I'm adding what I hope looks like dried wheat. That's what I was trying to mimic. So I just chucked a couple of stems that I had together and I tied a burlap bow around it, and I'm hanging it upside down to hopefully look like dried wheat. And then next to it, I'm putting a cute hat that I found from Dirt Cheap this year, and I hope it doesn't clash with the napkin, but I am liking the plaid look because that's what I'm going for this year. Before we decorate the shelf, I want to add this plate above it. I bought a set of 4 of these from Burlington's this year, and then on the top of the shelf, I'm adding this cute picture. It was $2.99 from a local Goodwill, and then I'm going to put this pick inside. It's like a yellowish gold, so it'll bring in the tones of the yellow from the plate. To add in some deep browns, I'm adding this cute pumpkin that I bought from Dollar Tree years ago. Next to it, I'm adding this cute jar that I bought last year from my friend's resale consignment shop, Roundabout Resale. And then I'm adding this pick from Hobby Lobby. I think I bought this years ago from there. And I do want to bring in some more of that deep red. So I'm going to get another flower just to tuck right here. And I think this is the perfect addition to tie in all the colors so beautifully together. On our stairs, we have this very tiny little landing, but I do like to decorate it for each season sometimes. And I just want to add these floral picks I bought from Hobby Lobby. I always wait for the 40 or 50% off sale. And the yellow ones I've had for a long time. And I went ahead and bought 2 of these red ones just to bring in some of the red and yellow tones right here to this part of the room. And then I'm going to get the most beautiful candle that I bought from Michael's. It was actually my husband that saw them, that told me about them, and I was like, oh my gosh, they will be perfect. So I went and get them, and y'all, I cannot rave enough about these. They're so beautiful. The red and gold leaves in them with the brown stems against the white is just gorgeous. It's LED, and it's so beautiful because when you light it up, the top actually looks like The wax has melted. I hope the camera is picking it up, y'all. It's so pretty. It just looks like the wax has melted, and I cannot say enough about these candles. They have different sizes that I'm going to decorate with later. So I'll show you the other sizes that they have. So make sure to hit that notification bell so you can come back and watch me decorate with these in our living room. But for now, we're going to decorate this beautiful vintage phone. Above it, I'm going to add another one of those sunflower plates. So this phone was in our home when we bought it. It was one of the pieces that I absolutely adore, and I love to decorate it for each season. So I'm adding another one of those Dollar Tree pumpkins on top of it. In front of the kitchen door, I'm going to add this throw rug. So at Hobby Lobby this year, their throw rugs, pillows, and blankets when I went were 50% off. And because we have a lot of orange in the brick floor here in the kitchen, I chose the orange color just to bring in some of those tones right here and the warmth of the kitchen, especially during the fall. I moved around a few things. I added this vase to the corner and added some beautiful picks. These have a bright orange and reds and then some browns. I added our shoe crate to the other wall and then put a cute orange pumpkin next to it. I'm going to tuck another orange pumpkin next to this beautiful arrangement, and I think this area in the kitchen, although simple, it turned out so cute. And I just want to give you guys a pic of the doggies. They were helping me out, and I think they got tired from all the decorating, so they're taking a little snooze on the rug. If this is your first time here, Belle is our black dog and Daisy is her baby. She's the white one, and they're both such a blessing to our home. So now we're going to decorate our hutch. I don't think I've ever showed this part of my kitchen. You may have seen it, but I've never decorated it before for each season and filmed it. So this year we're going to do it for fall. So unfortunately the light has burnt out, so I do have to replace that. So unfortunately for this video, I don't have a replacement. So we're going to film without it. First, I'm adding this fall market tin sign I bought from Hobby Lobby to this center shelf. And at this top shelf, I'm adding these beautiful fleur-de-lis canisters. And then down here in the center, I'm adding this Dollar Tree beautiful platter. In this corner, I'm adding this clearance, $1.25 Farmers Market little sign, and then a basket in front of it. I want to add lots of texture and layers. To this center shelf, I'm adding this really cute Cafe de Paris sign. It was given to us for free. And then those larger plates that I bought from Kirkland's earlier that couldn't go on my Tablescape, I knew would work perfectly right here. So I'm putting one on each side of the sign. And then I'm adding this cute saucer. It is chipped. It was given to us that it was already broken. So a trick to do that is just to get a black marker and fill it in, and you never would even know that it was cracked. I love to do that little trick when necessary. So we were blessed with some free stuff, and all these black and white pieces were in a set. So I'm adding that beautiful tray to the center in front of the sign. And then this little green and white set was given to me by a friend. I know I'm very blessed. And I'm adding the last black and white piece right here and some wheat pumpkins on each side. And then we're going to embellish the tray with some simple leaves to bring in a little bit more color. To add some red and burgundy at the top right here, I'm adding this beautiful oil. I don't even know what it is, guys. I think it's like an Italian glass oil, and I've had that for years and years. On this side, I'm adding this copper pumpkin. I added the last canister, and then I'm adding a few more of these green and white sets that my friend gave me, like these plates. And then to the middle, I was blessed again with this beautiful bowl from my sister-in-law who bought it from a local Goodwill last weekend, and I can't wait to build a beautiful centerpiece inside of it to match the platter behind it from the Dollar Tree. I matched the colors to these beautiful glasses that I picked up from Dollar Tree that I added to the other side of the hutch. Next to the bowl, I'm adding another Hobby Lobby copper sign. And then next to that, I'm placing this really cute drinking glass that I found from our local Goodwill. I was a little disappointed. I wish they would have had a set, but there was only one, but I couldn't pass it up. So I'm just tucking a few leaves just to bring some more fall foliage right here. And then I'm adding some wheat picks inside the glass. The bottom shelf, I'm tucking this apple basket to the center, and we're going to just add some picks and some pumpkins inside of it. So at first I put the packaging paper so that way everything doesn't fall down, like these acorns and pumpkins, and I just tucked a simple pick inside. To me, it reminds me of wheat. And then, of course, some fall leaves. I'm adding this cute mini pumpkin, and to the basket, some more acorns, pumpkins, and a gourd, and then, of course, some more leaves. In the corner, I tucked this kitchen conversion sign that I bought again from a Goodwill. And then this beautiful, it's like a grape, yellowish gold glass bottle. And then I'm finishing it off by adding this beautiful copper tea kettle that was bought from my friend's resale shop. Now we're going to decorate the top of the hutch to bring in some fall. To the top, I'm adding this garland. It's like a mini swag. It's not really a garland. I guess I would call it a swag. And it matches the one that we added on the clock to the other wall. So opposite that is the hutch, and I thought it'd be pretty just to tuck in a few more fall leaves and a little bit more picks just to bring in some color. And all of these beautiful flower picks were from my sweet neighbor. She knows I love to seasonal decorate, and she blessed me with lots of bins for different seasonal decor, and these were in them. Well, friends, I sure hope that you enjoyed today's video where we kicked off our very first Fall 2024 Decorate With Me series. This will be a two-part fall decorating here in our kitchen, so don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can come back and visit me for part 2, where we will create a cute caramel apple treat bar as well as finish decorating the remaining kitchen, and then we will do a day and evening tour when the sun sets of it all lit up for the beautiful ambience of fall. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to Little House on Metairie channel. We will have lots more fall decorating, and I can't wait to take you guys along with me. So until next time, friends, bye for now.